the Final Four makes a stop at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, as 15th-ranked Creighton takes on St. John's. A look at the standings in the Big East. The Blue Jays come in at 11-5. Our officials, Lamar Simpson, Roger Ayers, and Tony Chiazza, and we're underway with St. John's controlling the opening tip.
And one thing about Creighton, 99.9% man-to-man. St. John's, they'll mix it up a little bit more, including that full-court pressure that they love.
These two teams met in Omaha back in early January as Jordan Dingle connects. Second turnover for the Blue Jays.
And that's two half-court sets that Creighton did not get anything on. St. John's very good defensively in the half so far.
Danis Jenkins, he's dangerous from that spot.
That kid, the transfer from Iona, has been so good, especially lately. 13 points a game his first 20 games, and you better get out on him every second. But I was saying about Jay, the Shireman is up there for Player of the Year in the conference.
Here's Ashworth, who showed off incredible range on Tuesday night. Great feed to Kalkbrenner.
And you know one thing about Creighton, they're a tremendous three-point shooting team, but they're also number 3 in the nation in two-point percentage, shooting 60%. So they either shoot threes or shoot layups. They don't shoot a lot of mid-range stuff.
Their offense has been on a tear. Last 9 games, averaging 87 points per game as
shooting 66% for his career. He's got 216 dunks in his career, so they've got to figure out what to do with him.
Jenkins on the drive, right-hand scoop shot, gets the roll.
Keep moving, maybe run their man-to-man offense, but they've got to keep moving. Now St. John's goes man-to-man after, oh, that was a foul.
Alexander takes the bump, shot won't go down. Kalkbrenner offensive rebound, counted and one. One of the best offensive rebounders in the Big East. This is the free throw. It's for Ryan Kalkbrenner. And this one rattles in. Tied at 8, 4 minutes in here at the Garden. Game 1 of our triple header today on CBS.
You know, we talk a lot about Creighton on offense, but I'll tell you what, that's what they do. Hey, I used to bury him in the locker room plenty, believe me. But in terms of publicly, never. Rick made a mistake. He apologized to everyone for it. Time to move on.
And he did tell us before the game as Jenkins hits again in his face, and this St. John's defense continues to turn up the heat. Taylor for 3. Ledlum puts it back in.
I think that was a foul on Ledlum. He pushed looks, but 37%. You got to give St. John's credit when you hold a team like this to that kind of shooting. There's a great backup.
And the finish from R.J. Alexander looking at the shot clock. It's down to 5. Trying to get around Ejiofor. Step back is good. A big shot for the Blue Jays as they end that 10-0 run.
And that's what Trey Alexander does best. He tries to get in the lane. He's probably the weakest three-point. He is the weakest three-point shooter there, but he can get in that lane.
Blue Jays had gone scoreless the previous 3 minutes and 40 seconds before that one. As Simeon Ejiofor again trying to work around Kalkbrenner. And had it knocked away.
You know, when you try one move and it doesn't work, and then you try another one, it's time to get it out.
Alexander at the other end with the foul.
Ewing was back in the 80s. Why are you trying to fake 6 times on him?
St. John's will go 12 deep, and we're seeing them go deep into their bench here in the first half. There's Ejiofor again. This is what he just heard from Patino, and he sent it out.
He learned quickly.
As Naheem Aline with the 1 of 7 from 3. Kalkbrenner now working on Ejiofor.
No double team.
Lewis creeping over. Now Alexander from the outside. It's good. His second 3 of the half for the Blue Jays.
And then, you know what? It's hard to double him with all these guys out there that can make threes. So that's why you shoot. Well, you got to be a good player to do it. 66% for his career. That's unheard of.
Amazing. Here he is in the post. Out to Alexander. Another 3, and it's good.
Back to that drop coverage that time, and that's why he was able to block that shot. Good transition defense by St. John's that time, but a layup here.
Ashworth high off the glass. Lewis turnaround. And St. John's has gone cold. A scoreless drought approaching 2.5 minutes where they've missed 4 in a row. Shireman in the foul.
And that's
Blue Jays the lead. A Creighton team that started 4 out of 14.
Because that's going to keep Creighton out of transition, which is what you want. Look how far back Kalkbrenner is with Soriano. And what he does is he patrols the paint, and now he can help out on Jenkins. But Jenkins is really...
Johns with their first points inside in over 5 minutes after they had 10 points in the paint in the first 7 minutes. Ashworth gets to the hoop and puts it in off the window. Yeah, Jenkins and Wiltshire on the floor together. Wiltshire's been the primary backup for Jenkins this year at the point.
Well, Rick Pitino said it in the newspaper today, too, that Wiltshire was going to play more. I'll tell you what.
Why not?
He's looking pretty smooth, this kid.
2 points and 1 rebound early on.
Yeah, all his numbers have gone way down the last 7-8 games.
Trying to feed him here. Makes a great catch and scores on cue. Joel Soriano.
Yeah, that time
Taylor pushes it up ahead. Wiltshire, another jumper is good, and boy, does that shot look pretty.
They were really lucky that time. Ledlam didn't give the kind of help that he needed to get in front of Kalkbrenner.
Taylor, and he draws the foul, the first foul of the day against Creighton. They're sending Taylor to the line. CBS tonight.
He throws allowed. Creighton, Princeton, and Dayton. Creighton, you're like the leader by far.
His team has seen St. John score the last 8 points of this game. Ashworth out to Shireman. Extra pass. Alexander. Book it. And 10 points for Jenkins. Shireman. Wow. Looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. St. John's wants to push. Ledlam from the outside. Oh, yeah. From beyond the arc. Ledlam coughed it up. Soriano bails him out. Out to the perimeter it goes. Extra pass. Dingle. Right to Jenkins. Oh, what a look. And Dingle to finish.
Wow. Good enough without me.
45 seconds to go before the half. Jenkins. Oh, he's on fire. Well, keep this in mind. St. John's has lost 7 games this year when leading at the half. That's tied for the 4th most in the country. So even though they're up 13 here, that has proven this year to not mean a whole lot for St. John's.
That's not a great stat.
Extra for the rebound, and that's how they close out the first. Four have combined for 7 assists.
And we talked about that in our open, about how they were going to guard Soriano and him passing out of those double teams, or when Kalkbrenner's guarding him alone.
Alexander to Mason Miller. That's the first time we've called his name today. He's been very quiet for the Blue Jays.
Another 40% three-point shooter.
Alexander trying to get in the paint. Good defense by St. John's. Forces a tough shot that Alexander makes.
You know, he's the
7-1 Kalkbrenner. And then Soriano steals it from Kalkbrenner. Jenkins to Soriano. Alexander right in front of us to save it to Shireman. Shireman is 2 for 9 today. Kalkbrenner, nice touch.
Nice touch. Nope. They're going to have to play better defensively because they gave Georgetown 53 points in that second half.
Ashworth, a deep 3. Yes! In the gym range for Stephen Ashworth.
Turnover percentage is number 362. They don't force any turnovers for the most part.
Dingle off a screen, knocks it down.
And the thing is, he's had to adjust Kalkbrenner, which he normally doesn't like to do.
Dingle has 10 points. Alexander spins to create some space and connects again. He's got 17.
help St. John's if Utah gets on a roll and gets back inside the top 50.
Yeah, no doubt.
That quad one win.
Not what you want to wake up to this morning if you're a St. John's fan. Alexander to Kalkbrenner. Double team. Back out to Alexander. Wow. Another three. He's got 20.
You're playing this team the way they shoot the three. You can never rest easy.
Jenkins, another mid-range jumper.
That time, Kalkbrenner, drop coverage. Kalkbrenner knows he loves going to that left shoulder, and he just overplayed it. He's got to go the other way sometimes.
Ashworth out to Alexander. Feeds Kalkbrenner down low. And he beats Soriano. Jenkins. And Creighton trying to push up ahead. Alexander all the way, takes a bump, and he draws the foul. 2 shots for Alexander. Alexander is 10th in the big.
And those people are like right on top of you.
They're right on top of us, too.
Yeah, that's right. It's quite a bit.
I know we're close, but I don't think I've ever been this close to you.
All right. We spend every Valentine's Day together.
We spend a lot of time together. Shireman trying to get something going, and that will help.
I mean,
Wiltshire can't find it, but it comes back to Ejiofor. Ledlam with the left hand is pretty.
Something though, Andrew. If I'm Rick Pitino, transition.
Barabello in the foul, and a fist pump from Greg McDermott. That's a big play for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's
all-time against #1 teams in the country. What a scene it was in Omaha. The point is Ejiofor from the outside. Taylor crashes the glass again, lost it going up, gets it back. Ejiofor. Kalkbrenner had a piece of that one, and now a tie-up, and it will stay with St. John's.
I think we heard Rick Pitino in the first half in a timeout say, "You can't score on that man." I mean, we didn't play it on air, but that's what he told Ejiofor in a timeout. He said, "You can't score on that man."
And maybe it's not a coincidence that Ejiofor immediately is taken out of the game. And Soriano is back, along with Jenkins, who, as you pointed out, was not. A 7-point game. Game 1 of our triple header today on CBS. Alexander maneuvering inside for
fouls on him, and he's not fouling because he knows how to go vertical to not get a foul.
Nice pass. Taylor to Soriano. St. John's had mid. Shireman drives. Shireman, tough shot, draws the contact, a foul against Taylor. And Rick Pitino does not agree with
attention.
3 all-time. Never had back-to-back.
No, we haven't had back-to-back. What did Shaka Smart tell us when he saw me?
He still has the lappy on his wall at his desk.
On his desk, right in a prominent position.
You think we're kidding? This is a big deal for these players and coaches. Can't wait for March 9th as Dingle hits.
That's his spot.
Kalkbrenner for 3. Won't go, and Dingle the rebound. Dingle. Oh, again, back-to-back for Dingle. He's got 14. 6.5 to play. Alexander off the window for 2 more, and now he's 1 for 13. Good pass. What a look and a finish by Dingle. Off the dime from Danis. 6 assists for Jenkins. And some of the St. John's fans on their feet here at the Garden. Another 2 for Alexander. And now a new season high. He's got 28 points. The other way. 2 more, an answer for St. John's. Jenkins. Yes!
They need a timeout.
Timeout, Creighton. Alexander, great defense by Taylor. He ripped it away. Pushes up ahead. Over to Jenkins. It's good! Today has 23 assists and 2 turnovers. Jenkins, 2 more. Pouring it on. Alexander counted in 1. So Alexander adds to his big day. He's
30 ones, I'll tell you that.
Mason Miller's not even attempted a shot today.
They're playing him at that 3-point line.
Ashworth to Kalkbrenner.
Oh, that was a foul.
Gets it back and scores with the foul. One more foul to give for the Blue Jays. Jenkins, and there's the foul. So a 1-and-1 coming now for Danis Jenkins. This will be just the 3rd free throw attempt. And Jenkins has now made big free throws for Jenkins. 27 points for Jenkins, a new season high. Shireman over to Alexander for 3. It's short. Gets his own rebound. Attacks the paint. Step back jumper. No. Fumbled around underneath. Taylor secures it. Over to Dingle. Up ahead Jenkins with Ledlam up ahead of the pack. 2-on-1. The lob. And a little too aggressive.
Not a good play.
1:25 to play. Ashworth. And a foul is called. That'll stop the clock. And Ashworth, an 88% free throw shooter. Lead is 10 with 1:17 to play. My mistake. And there's the quick foul committed by Alexander. So 1-and-1, biggest victory of the year by far. Dingle at the line. Bracketology, how do you evaluate this week for Creighton if they lose? They beat UConn, they lose to St. John's.
And, you know, they went on the road and lost to a team that's number 50 in the net. You know, you didn't lose to somebody, you didn't lose to Georgetown or DePaul. You know what I mean? So I think you leave them probably where they are. Instead of moving up with the UConn win, they'll probably end up staying the same.
Around the same, 15 at the beginning of the week. The Shireman scores 2, still 10 points, a minute to go. And a quick foul, and that'll send Soriano today.
And as I talk, you know, I talked about my love for the New York Post. Played it.
One more for Soriano. And St. John's is 8 for 8 from the free throw line today. Creighton has not been able to get a look at 3 here in the last couple of minutes. Shireman gets one here, but misses. Soriano, the big rebound and the foul. And they're starting to feel it here at the Garden.
Jenkins has been great all year, but you get Dingle playing the way he's playing, and these guys coming off the bench, Wiltshire, I mean, they're a tough team.
Rick Pitino may have to wear the white shoes the rest of the season. They certainly were the good luck charm today. That is Jonathan Lawson missing in short. Jenkins, the rebound, shot clock turned off, and St. John's can dribble it out. Biggest win of the Rick Pitino era here at St. John's. They take out 15th ranked Creighton 80-66. Only 3 turnovers for the Red Storm, the fewest by any team in a Big East Conference game this season. They played efficiently on offense and locked down defensively.